Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It's been a little while since I've done a farm update. I'm out here mowing the turnaround areas and the ravines. Figured I'd stop and give up a little bit of footage on the corn here. This whole field looks good. Let me crawl down off of the top of the tractor here and I'll get you a little bit more. We'll go walking into the corn a little bit. Corn's pretty well level with the hood of the 7060 here. Go walking into this. Canopy is doing its job in there. Farther in you get. On top of keeping the weeds down, it hasn't rained in over a week. There's still moisture there. So that's another benefit of getting the canopy. Really helps out. I'm gonna stand up here and see if I can spin you around. Maybe. Look at the corn here. The ears are pretty much level with my head all the way through it. Pretty amazing. All in all, it's doing good. It's, I don't know, 13 foot tall right now. I'm happy, to say the least. So I'm gonna get mowing, and I'll get you guys some footage and kind of show you what we've been up to around the farm. Hasn't been much. Cleaning up, working on a tractor. It's turned into a little bit of a nightmare, to say the least. So anyway, I'll bring you back for that. I'll show you what's going on, and we'll go from there. So that was a little short-lived. Burnt the clutch out in there, the clutch plates, and got them ordered. Be here in a few days. So anyway, that project got put on hold for a little bit till we get them clutch plates for that. But luckily, it was just clutch plates and nothing else. When Dad got stuck last year, he didn't turn the PTO off. So when I got there, it was just burning them clutch plates because the blades were in the dirt. So I kind of knew it was a matter of time. They got overheated. They gave out on me. Oh well, should have ordered them previously, but I didn't. So here I am. All right, so we're gonna do a quick yield calculation in this corn. I'm gonna go, right now I'm set on 38-inch rows. So it's 13 feet 10 inches will give you 1/1000th of an acre. So you go and measure the plants, and then figure out how many plants are in 13 feet 10 inches. Multiply that by 1,000 and you have your population, ending population. Now I planted this at 36,000 population. With all the cultivation, I hope to be around like 32, 30 at the least. But we'll see how we did as far as getting close to my population, and then I'm gonna pick about 10 ears and I'm gonna count them up, and I'll kind of go over that, how you count the ears, and we'll go from there, see what the yield, whatever the guesstimate is. It's never going to be perfect, but kind of gets you in the ballpark. Okay, so I didn't bring you along in there to measure everything out, but I came up with 32,000 population, which is really good. I'm very happy with that. And I picked, like I said, I picked 10 ears. I tried to not get the biggest ears. Like this right here would be, where'd it go? There was one here that was, yeah, see, like this one right here would be an example of one of the bigger ears. And then this here would be an example of one of the smaller ears. So there's really not a big difference in the size out there. And we may be a little bit early to be getting a good test. Kind of depends on how it pollinates and everything. But with the lack of weeds out there, and with how high up the ears are, I'm pretty sure it's going to pollinate itself very well, or is pollinating itself very well. So anyway, we're going to take these back to the garage where it's not raining, got some nice lovely moisture coming today. And like I said, I'll get these husked and I'll count the rows, and we got to count how many around we got and then how many up we got, and then write that down, get an average, and then we'll do some more calculations. I'll bring you back from that. We've got these all husked and counted. What I come up with here was an average. As you see, they're pretty much all the same, 1642 or 18 and 40. There was 6 of them that were 18 and 40, and 4 of them that were 1642. So I just did 17 and 41, which most of you guys know corn is always an even number around, but it'll still get me. It'll get me my average that I'm looking for. Then we're 32 ears per 1/1000th of an acre. As you see, they're different sizes, but the kernel count's all pretty much the same on them. So now that I've got all these numbers anyway, there's a formula that you can put in and calculate, but it's a lot easier just to go online, Google yield calculator, and use the Pioneer one. It's just on there for free. There's a link on there. Seems to work pretty well. My brother and I have tested different ones throughout the years, and that one just seems to be the closest. It gives you well, you know, it gives you totals on different types of growing conditions throughout the year. You know, basically what your low yield percentage would be, your high yield, and your average yield. So so anyway, I'm gonna punch that in and we'll see what we get. Corn yield estimator, Pioneer Seeds. So I figure I'd just record this and you guys can follow along, see how easy this is to use, and it's perfectly free. Don't even need to set up an account with them. Harvestable ears within 1/1000th of an acre, so I said that's 32. Average number of kernels, kernel rows per ear, that's gonna be 17. Average number of kernels per row is gonna be 42. We're gonna go, maybe, estimate corn yield. Oh wow. So that's what I'm looking at there. 285 with excellent growing conditions or heavy kernel grain. 253 estimated with average growing conditions and hybrid. Look at my poor yield. Is estimated at 228 with poor growing conditions or light kernel grain. So that'd be great. I mean, 228 poor, I'll take that any day of the week. I mean, I'd be happy with 180. If I got 230 bushel of the acre, things are going to be changing around here next year. Let's put it that way. A few things are going to be getting put into place. So I'm still going to say I'm going to average about 180 bushel of the acre. Just keep expectations a little bit lower. 180 bushel, I'd still be happy. So let's put it that way. Boy, if we did 285, that'd be nice. But yeah, that's good news.
What?
So something I'd like to mention when I counted these, when I was counting up the rows, I would stop right about here, right where they start breaking up, because them aren't. The biggest thing with this is being organic, I don't use bug spray. So about that much of the tip of the ear will get bug damage. But that's about it. There's a slight time where the plant isn't a complete solid, which allows the bugs to be able to digest it. But they only get about yay far down on the tips of the ear, and it's usually not that much damage. So anyway, I wanted to point that out. There was probably, I don't know, 5 more up that you could count, but probably not going to get anything off of them anyway. So, little side note on this video, got my toy back up and running. This is a Yamaha DT400. It's a 1978. It's bored 20 over. It's got the boys and power reeds in it. The carbs all jetted up to match everything, the big bore and the power reeds. And shortly after I overhauled the engine, I rebuilt the transmission on this, basically made it new. Something in this old system gave up, whether it was the box or the CI unit or what it was. There's a bunch of specialty items for testing this stuff that I don't have, and each component was like $300 to $500. So what I did was bought an aftermarket 12-volt CDI system to upgrade it. You can see this big jubble of wires that got replaced with one nice little wire that comes up here, and there's one wire that comes up there. It's just a lot more compact and nicer 12-volt system. This has lights and everything. They sent me lights, and they even sent me a puller for the new flywheel right there. It's backwards. This screws into the flywheel, and then this comes this way and pushes it off. Then the battery eliminator that I don't have hooked up because I don't have lights, just a little battery eliminator. That way you can run lights without a battery, which is kind of neat. They sent me all the lights and bulbs, but I don't really plan on making this road legal again, which I guess I could just put lights and stuff on it. But this thing's a beast. I still got the cover off there. We're trying to get the timing dialed in without a dial meter. It's proven to be a little bit of a pain in the rear end, but we've got it really close, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think I might just take it somewhere that has a dial meter and have them get it in perfect, because it's like 2.9 millimeters before top dead center. It's kind of a hard one to find. So anyway, it's running really good. Figured I showed you guys that little project. Here's another one. I'm not going to go into details with it because I'm in the middle of making a video on it. This is Ted Bisker's D19 LP that we're working on. See, we got another engine block over there. Keep an eye out for this video if we're working on it, let's put it that way. Here, I'll get you a little clip of the crop dusters out. He's been out a couple weeks now. There's a small runway just west from here that they fill up and take off out of, so we see him all the time flying over the farm. Looks like he's doing the neighbor's corn over there right now. So another thing we've been working on is getting stuff cleaned up. You can see where I had this massive junk pile here. We ended up, it was right around 10,000 pounds in 2 loads that we took to the junkyard of scrap, along with like parts that were under there that we've moved to different places now and got them in dry storage actually. Three-wheeler over here runs. This needs a little bit of work and it'll run. This is a 250 quad racer. They're pretty badass four-wheeler. And this one I got for, I don't know if it was $200 I gave for it. But anyway, it's one of my little fun projects that I need to get running. That was kind of a parts bike. Kind of shot. My brother's motorcycle. This also runs. They were in the shed over here, and a groundhog had like 4.5 feet of dirt, and I'm not kidding. That's all the dirt that he had was spread out. That was level. here was this hole that we filled in, and I don't know, we didn't see any recent activity, and we've gotten a couple of groundhogs around here, so I think that the one that did this is gone. Little moped that needs an electrical system. Wind blew it over, I guess. I don't know. My nephew might have been messing with it, but I doubt he would have done that. The whole junk process continued all the way around. Let's see where I mowed it. This is all, there's lawnmowers sitting here and all sorts of crap. See this plant right here? That's a poison sumac. When I was cleaning, I just happened to see that thing. I gotta get that sprayed. You don't touch that. Continue down here. The asparagus. Oh, look at that. I mowed the asparagus off. Look at this. What in the world? Asparagus in July, huh? Actually, it's like August 2nd. That looks like you could eat it. Look at that. What the hell? I've mowed this off in the past, but it never did that before. Hey, we got asparagus again. What? Okay. I'm not going to argue. This is kind of what's left of this parts Jeep. Good parts on that. And like, that stuff right there is what's pretty much left for junk. A couple of fire pits and a little drag. Used that to drag the garden with this year behind the lawnmower. But all of this used to be full of vehicles. There's like 13 vehicles here, I think, that I got taken to the junkyard. A couple of parts tractors, diesel 45 chassis that we're getting the engine for soon, I hope. The snowmobile's up there. You can see the sweet corn looks pretty good. But all of this, and we uplifted these. These are black walnut trees. But anyway, we uplifted all of these trees. They were over, you know, hanging out over this. You can see where there was no grass. The trees were pretty much out here. They covered up most of my junk I had hiding back here, actually. But had to remove a couple of trees. Got a good burn pile to burn. A couple of random things. I don't know what that is. It's been here forever. Front end from a D19 that needs to get put somewhere. A couple old jet skis that are going to get gone. I want to keep the frame, transmission and everything out of that, but that's a good dump box. I'll probably put that online for sale, and possibly the cab too. I don't know if it's worth anything. It's in really good condition. See that the window is down. That's nice. Or broken. I hope it's just down. Loader for a D17. All in all, it's pretty well cleaned up back here. It's got a few things left to do, and started raining on us, and as you can tell, it's kind of muddy around. So I guess that was a quick update on what's going on with that and what I've been up to around the farm. I have a lot going on in this video. I just like I said, I haven't updated much, and yeah, now you guys see, not much been going on. Not a lot that's been film worthy, I guess. And figured I'd let you know what's going on. So there you have it. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. There's a crop duster again. Thank everybody for watching. If you enjoyed this episode, give it a like. And I hope to catch you guys all in the next one.